What's up, guys and girls? In this video, we are continuing the Battle of the Gods series, where we take two figures in the God of War universe and compare them to see who is better. In this episode, we have the brothers Brok and Sindri, blacksmiths in the Norse world, versus Hephaestus, the smith god of the Greek world. Who are the better blacksmiths? Who has built the most powerful creations? Let's find out here. This video is sponsored by you, the generals of the Spartan army. Thank you all for becoming YouTube channel members, and thank you Jed for getting me these key pieces of information. Let's get right into it. Now, we are only using things that are in the God of War canon, such as God of War novels, the games, and developer quotes, keeping only to the canon and not their respective myths. Let's start with Hephaestus. Although it might not look it at first, Hephaestus has some serious talent. According to the God of War novel, he was the one that created Kratos' Chaos Blades, which Hephaestus gave to Ares. The book says that Kratos' Chaos Blades was made in the furnace of Hades, but also was made with the essence of Chaos, the Primordial. The Primordial beings were a group of these really powerful creatures that create worlds. In this case, the Primordial was Chaos, whose essence exists within the Blades of Chaos themselves. We all know how powerful the Chaos Blades are. Despite all the changes and modifications it went through over the years, its true power is not to be taken lightly. However, this is far from his greatest accomplishment. Let's analyze Pandora's box. Pandora's box, we know, was created by Hephaestus, and people don't actually understand how powerful this box is. According to God of War 3, the power of hope that was within the box is actually more powerful than the flame of Olympus that surrounded Pandora's box. Any mortal or god who touches the flame would instantly be destroyed. Now think about this. Hephaestus managed to create a box that can withstand a flame that can destroy any god, no matter how powerful that god actually is.
The evils of the Great War could not easily be contained. I forged the box in a power greater than the gods themselves, the flame of Olympus.
But this box also holds the power of hope, which is way stronger than the flame itself. But that's not even the craziest part. Fear, hope, these things are not tangible. These are concepts. The box can hold literal emotions and lock them away from the rest of the world. Fear and hope, we know, was in there, but theoretically this means the box can hold literally anything, whether it is physical or concepts themselves like emotion. The Smith God is a true force to be reckoned with, creating such a box that can hold anything. But does his creations outmatch Brok and Sindri? Let's analyze the accomplishments of the dwarf brothers. Brok and Sindri are two quirky dwarves. As lovable and hilarious as they are, you would never guess they could change the world with just one or two creations. These brothers are masters at their craft. Let's look over the things that they've done. Of course, we have the obvious. They created the Leviathan Axe and Mjolnir, the two most powerful weapons ever created. Cory Barlog, the director, compared Mjolnir to a nuclear bomb. This weapon alone was instrumental to destroying the giants that lived in Midgard. They then created the Leviathan Axe, which was made to counter Mjolnir and give it to the giants, hoping that it will balance the power between the gods and giants. So two of these weapons are walking nukes with the power that they hold. Mjolnir hit the world serpent so hard, the tree splintered. However, in the God of War novel, it clearly states that the tree goes on for infinity. And since it sent the serpent back in time, the world tree, Yggdrasil, transcends time and space into infinity. And Mjolnir was able to damage it with a single swing.
It is said that when Jormungandr and Thor battle at Ragnarok, their clash so violently shakes the Tree of Life that it splinters, casting the serpent backward through time, even before his own birth.
But there is something I can think of that is even more impressive than the mere creations of the Leviathan Axe and Mjolnir. A cat's footstep. I'm asking you, how do you capture that? Do you have to pick up dirt that a cat walked on? Well, then it's not a cat's footstep, it's just dirt. I'm asking you this because in the part of the game, we learned Brok and Sindri created this.
I can say with utmost certainty that I've never laid eye on a stranger set of objects in my life.
How are Brok and Sindri supposed to build with whatever they are?
Don't count the dwarves out, lad. They're right pricks, but they're resourceful. They once made an unbreakable chain out of little more than a cat's footstep and bird spit.
That doesn't even make sense.
Well, that's the legend. If you wanted sense, you shouldn't be talking to a severed head.
Brok and Sindri used a cat's footstep and bird spit to create an unbreakable chain. Do you know what unbreakable means? Unbreakable. Which means if you take Mjolnir and use that same force Thor used to split the world tree, a tree again that can go on to infinity and transcends all time and space, if you take that same force, amplify that by 50, this chain would not break. This chain has to be one of the most powerful things ever created and one of the materials that can not be obtained. A cat's footstep doesn't mean the paw of a cat. That doesn't mean the spot where they walked. In conclusion, it's impossible to say which is the better smith because, well, they're both incredible. It simply comes down to your opinion. I think Hephaestus being able to create something that can hold raw emotions to be the more powerful blacksmith, while Jed, my partner, thinks it's the brothers who are stronger because they created an unbreakable chain. I love to get your opinion. If you want to watch more Battle of the Gods episodes, click here. This one is about Zeus versus Balder. Or if you want to learn exactly how fast Hermes can actually go, check out this video where we do a full breakdown. Spoiler alert, he can actually chase infinity. I need you guys to watch that video in order to really find out. I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Deuces.